Bird, what led to the amount of success that you guys had in the running game against Colorado from basically the opening drive? You ended up, as a team, having a season high 422 yards rushing. It was the most rushing in a game for Utah since 2021.
It was mainly just trusting the guys up front, trusting them to bank their blocks, and going out there having fun. Like I told them before the game, we go out here, have fun, and play our game. We're gonna do something great, and that's what we did, and we had something to prove.
Bird, can you take me through your emotions when you found out you were going to start? And then at what point in the game did you feel like you really settled in terms of passing?
Um, I really didn't. I didn't have too much emotions. Being prepped, um, being ready for Dev. Him leading me throughout the whole year, and me getting the reps that I had from the beginning of the season. I was ready. Like I didn't have too much emotion. I knew I had to play like I've been in that position before.
Jono, you led the team in sacks, tackles. The defense as a whole just really got after Colorado, especially that first half. What was kind of the game plan and kind of what allowed you guys to be so successful?
Yeah, we the main thing this week was playing with passion and playing with emotion. Our D line, man, we got some guys up in the D line, man. They give us our all, man. So we let them dudes our whole all 11. We played good today.
Wait, Sean, on that first big run when you had that cutback, what went through your mind as you made that cutback, made the man miss, and got off to the races?
I mean, the thing that was going through my mind is just like I need to get to the end zone. Like, one, I've been failing Utah. I haven't touched 100 yards, so I had to touch 100 yards this game.
Yep.
And I promise that's not going to be the last game. But yeah, what was going through my mind is that okay, like one on one, like I take myself 100%, 10 out of 10 chance. Like so, I just made that cutback, and I trust myself of outrunning the cornerback or whoever that was chasing me.
Bird, when did you know for sure you were going to start, and what did you think of the way you threw the ball tonight?
It was mainly just a game time decision. We both been taking reps all week throughout practice, and it was just a game time decision. Threw the ball. I think I threw the ball pretty well. Some things I wish I had back from the game, but I told everybody, leave it all on the field, and I feel like I left it all on the field. So don't really hope on the past, just to move on to the future.
Bird, what did Devin say to you during the game or before the game to kind of help you maybe calm down the nerves a little bit and just play your game?
He told me he trusted me, and he knows everybody on the team is going to be able to trust me. When he told me he had trusted me to lead the team and to play ball, I felt like I was comfortable, and I felt like I know I had everybody on my back.
For Wayshawn and Johnny, this is just about about Bird. Just walk me through what his level of preparation looked like this week, and what level of confidence did you guys have in him when you found out that he was going to be the starter this week?
I mean, I'll start off practicing with him since day one. I felt like I had to trust in him. Like, knowing that he was going to go out there and ball out, I told him, like, just go out there, do your thing. Like, let the game come to you. Don't rush it. Like, that's all I got to say. And the preparation that he had, fantastic.
Yeah, from his first day on campus, he's been a dog, and we all knew he's been a dog, and his opportunity came today, and he shined.
John, I'm curious your thoughts on Trey Reynolds' performance. Obviously, he took some increased reps with Lander sitting out in the first half. So, what were your thoughts on his performance tonight?
Yeah, Trey, he's a dog. He practiced hard, and we love him. All the linebackers, we got very, very, very good depth.
Brody, you look so calm and composed under center. What led to your confidence in this one?
Like I said, Dev and everybody on the team telling me they trusted me. Basically, for them to have my back, no matter what happened, good or bad, I knew they were going to be behind me, and it wasn't going to be anything for us to go down. It was all positive, and then no matter if we stalled or if we scored, everything was going to be positive, and we were going to see the positive no matter what.
Bird, during the spring, you said that one of your biggest things of development was that you wanted the game to slow down. Was there a point this season or just during fall camp where you felt like the game was starting to slow down and you were coming into your own?
I would say mainly towards the end of spring ball, more fall camp, playing against our defense, our ones and twos. Scally sending all the blitzes, all the zone coverages. Basically, me seeing everything that I'm going to see that I see tonight and moving forward slowed the game down for me and showed me that it's not as fast as I was thinking it was at first.
For any of you, in a couple words, what does a win like this do for team morale coming off of a result last weekend? What does a result like this do for you guys?
I'll say good win. We're going to celebrate tonight. We're going to rest tomorrow. By the time Monday come, we're going to brush it off next game.
Yeah, I mean, just like he just piggyback off what he said. Like, it's the next week is like that important week. Like, this is the past. Now, this week coming up, we just focus on Cincinnati and just going out there and play our game.
You know, celebrate tonight, but make next week, and make that the main focus of the game.
Sure.
Wayshawn, what was going through your mind when Bird broke off that big touchdown run?
I mean, what was going through my mind? I was so happy. Like, just out of everything, like, forget about the crowd. I'm just focused on, like, him becoming a freshman because I know I was a freshman last year. Getting that big run, I know that's exciting. Like, he had multiple runs this year, but that one is just hands down the best.
Everyone was celebrating Nate Johnson's last TD run there. What did that mean? I mean, all that he's been through, being here, going away, coming back, and to score like that. What did that do to the team?
Who want to start?
Yeah, I was here when he was my freshman year. He was here, and he's always been a positive guy. I know this past couple weeks he hasn't been getting the time he wanted, but today he showed why he should play. Amazing celebration too. 6'7".
No, I say it was amazing. I feel like he needed it for himself. You know, like you say, he has been through a lot. In the minutes he has been getting, you know, he's been able to shine. But he is a really good player. You seen how fast he was. He getting that open field, and it's knees up, and it's open. It's gone.
I mean, for me, seeing that him scoring, like, we got a little close bond outside of football. So when he went to go score, just smile ear to ear. Like, all the stuff that he'd been through, he made that one fumble ever since. He's been hard on himself. And I felt like him scoring that just let a lot off his back, a lot.
Thank y'all.
Give me your Malfoy.
We roll? Okay, a great team effort tonight from start to finish. Hard to find negatives in that game. It was offense, defense, special teams, all hitting on all cylinders. Very few negative things at all, obviously. Jumped on them early. The first half was about as good as football as we've played here. Very proud of Bird Ficklin. Came in, true freshman. Seemed very poised. He wasn't perfect, but he was very good. Ran the offense very well. Defenders played well. I mean, just our players played so efficiently and so dominantly tonight. It was great response to our disappointment last week, and that's twice this year now. They've responded very well, and couldn't be more proud of them. The assistant coaches did a great job with their game plans, and everything tonight was just one of those nights where everything went our way, and had a ton of production from all three phases. And like I said, couldn't be more pleased with how our guys reacted, how our coaches reacted after what we went through last week. So, questions?
Kyle, did you subscribe to a new analytics site this week?
No, I did not. I never have. And people, I guess some people were saying, that I'm tied to analytics. I do exactly what it says. That's not, that's not a fact. I mean, but they're a great reference. And anyone in here that thinks they know more than the analytics, you don't. I promise you, I don't. And so, but still, sometimes the ebb and flow of the game. And for example, that long field goal, wasn't probably a great decision, but we want to give Dylan as many opportunities as we can and try to build his confidence. So, even though that's not really a confidence builder, 59-yarder, but no, same analytics. There we go.
Kyle, when did you know you were going to go to Bird, and can you just evaluate his performance on the ground and throwing the ball?
Yeah, it was really a game time decision. I mean, Devin hadn't had much practice all week, but he's a guy that knows this offense inside and out. And had he felt up to the task in pregame, then it would have been a tough decision to make. But he was not feeling it, and so Bird fortunately had taken the vast majority of the reps all week long, and kind of that was the way it was trending. Is Bird was going to be the guy, but it wasn't for certain until after pregame warmups.
Kyle,
and what was the second part of your question? I'm sorry. Thought he did really well. He didn't throw as accurately as he will in the future. I can promise you that. He's a very accurate thrower in practice and has a good strong arm. But he ran the ball efficiently and made enough good throws. He saw him put some right on the money and really move the offense.
Kyle Scally dialed up a ton of blitzes in that first half. Was there something on tape that you guys saw, or what was kind of the game plan for that defensive effort?
Just to load the box, fill all the gaps, make him beat us throwing the ball. And it was a great game plan, and that was Coach Scally that concocted that punt block. It was out of our safe look. Typically, when you're in a safe look, you're just guarding against the fake, and you're not giving much pressure on the punter. And we kind of lulled him to sleep and came out with a safe look, and he had a blitz or a block designed off of that, and it worked exactly like it did in practice.
At what point do you feel like Bird really settled in there, especially in passing?
Yeah, probably after the first quarter. He's a little jittery, not jittery, but not quite in sync during the first quarter. But obviously that second run was huge. It was the second play of the game. I think it was the second play of the game. Daniel Bray had a run, and then Bird went 60, 70 yards, and so. But it seemed like he started to settle in and get into a rhythm second quarter.
Kyle, this is a two-part question for you. Okay. First part, just what level of confidence did you have to have in Bird? What did you see through him, I guess, just in the past few weeks for you to give him this opportunity and have confidence in him to come out and play efficiently?
Well, I started seeing it in spring ball. He was a mid-year guy, and so he was with us in spring. And you could tell from day one that his demeanor was different than a typical freshman, the way he carried himself, the way he handled his business. And so it was very evident back in spring ball that, hey, may have something special here. And just continued through fall camp, although a few times, there's a stretch of period of time when in fall camp he didn't really make a lot of progress, but then he, started trending upward again. And he's been really good in the limited reps that he has had in game up to today. And in fact, he was 9 out of 9 throwing the ball and had done a nice job in mostly mop-up duty. But you can tell a lot about a quarterback just the way he carries himself and his demeanor. How he's gonna react, and he reacted just right.
Kyle, you've talked about in the past how long sustained drives can be kind of a backbreaker for a defense.
Mm-hmm.
You guys were kind of on the opposite end tonight in terms of scoring drives. You had like 5 different drives that were under a minute. If the long drives can be kind of that backbreaker, what does it do to have so many quick strike drives like
Yeah,
that?
well, it just makes it easier for the fact that you don't have to be, really good on 18 plays. If you get some big chunk yardage, then that makes that drive so much easier to get it in the end zone. It's really hard to do it 5 yards at a time. And if you can get a 20, 30 yarder or a couple of them in a drive, then that really makes the path to the end zone that much. There's less to go wrong if you can get those big plays. Ideal is one play 70-yard drive for a touchdown. That's ideal, but that's not going to happen very often.
38 yards on 38 carries for Colorado. It's obviously the best performance from the defensive line in that regard so far this season. I would say a little uncharacteristic so far this year how middle of the pack as far as college football goes, defending the run.
Mhm.
What was different today, and how did Utah allow that to happen?
Yeah, as I mentioned, we were more high pressure today and a lot of run blitzes. There's two different types of blitzes. There's run blitzes and pass blitzes, and we had a lot of run blitzes dialed up and run fronts that were heavy box fronts, and which puts a lot of stress on the DBs. But they held up. They held up all night long, and that was the plan going in. Though, was if we're going to get beat, we're going to get beat with the throw game, and not they weren't going to rush the ball.
Kyle, speaking of punting, you had Orion went for the fake punt. Was that a designed call, or was it just he saw something and he just went for it?
No, that was designed. Yeah, he would. Yeah, we would skin him alive if he did that on his own. So it was definitely choreographed, rehearsed, worked on in practice. We actually had it for the last few weeks now. We added it, and tonight was the night that we saw the opening to utilize it.
Kyle, 8 yards a carry and over 400 yards rushing.
Yeah.
How much of that was the ball carriers? How much of that was the line? And how much of that can be replicated in the final month?
Well, it goes hand in hand. It starts up front. It definitely starts up front. We've been singing the praises of our offensive line all year long, and that might be a school record. I don't know what the school record is, but it's got to be close. That rushing total, second best. And I think we were 6th in the nation rushing the football this past week, and I think 3 of those top 6 were option teams. Air Force, Army, and somebody else. So the teams that just run the ball, we're in the top 3, and maybe move up to number 1 this weekend. And that's a product of number 1, physicality up front, and excellent schemes by our offensive coaches. And running backs are doing their part. Daniel Bray has been a big factor for us now, going on 3 weeks or so. And so a lot of things go into that. But if you want the starting point, the origin is the offensive line.
Kyle, what was the message, the mindset, the attitude that you helped this team approach this week to lead to the result we saw tonight?
Yeah, well, we talk every Monday about moving on, win or lose, and flushing the last game and not letting it be a hindrance. And you can't pat yourself on the back for too long, and you can't hang your head for too long. And so you just got to come back on Monday and start preparing, start over, if you will, and get ready for the next guys. And that's how football is. I mean, I don't care what level you're at, high school, college, NFL. That's the MO that you got to have. You got to be able to put the other game, the most recent game, in the rearview mirror on Monday and move on and set your sights on the next one.
Kyle, the guys said they were so happy for Nate Johnson to bust off that run with all he's been through, in his collegiate career, to score a touchdown like that. What did that mean to you?
It was great to see Nate do that, and that's I've known that he's had that in him, and it was good to see it come out, finally, and he really hit the accelerator, and you saw that. I think it was a 10-2 is what he ran in high school. He's incredible, as far as that goes, and as far as his speed, and so that was great to see Nate make that play. No one was more excited than Nate. He was grinning from ear to ear. So, and that was the last one. Okay, I want shout out to the Mammoth, huge Mammoth fans, 6 in a row today. Love their head coach, love their general manager, love the organization. I'm 100% behind them. So go Mammoth. Love those guys. All right, thank you. Pass it up.